milestone. When I was six years old, and that was 1989, one day my parents came home with a desk and a chair, and they carried the desk and the chair up to the second floor to my room, and they say, so now you are a first grader, this is your first desk and chair, enjoy study. And yes, I love that. That was my really first grown-up desk and chair. It's not like for 2 and 3 years old. This is a sturdy wood rectangular desk. So I touched the desk surface. I caressed the angles. I smelled it. I loved it. And I already got a lot of books, so I already got started on that. But after several times sitting on that chair and that desk, I realized that it was not comfortable at all. As you can imagine, it is a normal rectangular desk that you will see anywhere. When I sit there trying to read something, my elbows sometimes just fell out of the side of the table. And if I want to write something, I have to push the chair up so that I have to lean forwards so that my elbow is supported so I can stop writing. So at that time, even though I was 6, I asked myself, if I were a carpenter and I can build my own desk, what would it be like? Yes, I asked myself that question when I was 6. So what I came to was like this. I think it was very simple. I think I can just scoop here, my chair would be here, I scoop up here, and my elbows would be supported right here and here. And I think it's so simple. I was pretty proud of that at that time. And fast forward to 17 years later, after I graduated from college, I started working for Cisco Systems. It's a top technology firm at that time. On my first day at work, my supervisor took me to my workplace. And I almost had to hold my breath because I saw that desk right there. And my supervisor said, you would feel very comfortable here. This desk and chair was custom designed for Cisco Systems so that you would feel so comfortable you would not want to get up at all. So I understand her message is that I would be working into the night. But at the same time, I felt the genuine excitement that finally somebody, for this just so ordinary object of everyday life, somebody thought of how the experience would be. However, fast forwarding again to now, 2015, what we see everywhere is still rectangular tables. We will see it at libraries, schools, universities, offices, at homes. Everybody's still making rectangular tables. And I asked myself, why? Is it so difficult to change a little bit of the rectangular tables? And I think there are a few reasons. The first, people will say it's because of the cost. Rectangular tables are easy to make. We cut the shape and it's so easy to make, to storage. If people make this kind of table that I drew when I was 6, they would say there would be extra cost of making it, storing it, and nobody would buy it. But I think underlying, the real reason is we do not really think much about changing the status quo. We go into a room, there's a table, that's it, we got it. And sometimes we forget our painful experience. When you sit at the table, you didn't feel comfortable. When you get up, you forget. So in conclusion, I would propose that there is a definition of a practice called design thinking. It means you would observe the customers or the humans when they are at a certain place, like at a table or at an airport or at a hospital. You observe the experience, and then you would redesign either the objects or the service or the schedules in order to improve the human's experience. I think it would help a lot if we can follow that design thinking in our daily practice. I would like to give a few examples of why the lack of design thinking has left us in the world like we are today. One of my friends told me he went to a hospital and the doctor told him to collect urine. That is the what doctors and nurses ask you. Sometimes when you go to hospitals, and this lab, you know that lab tester. He gave him that to take urine, and he said he